Okay. I hope you can see the screen.
Yes, I can.
So we'll start off with worksheet 6. All right. So here it is. Okay. So titration worksheet. Show all work for any credit. All right. So before starting this worksheet, let me tell you two formulas. The first one is M1V1 is equal to M2V2. It's entirely up to you. You can write acid on one of it and then base on the just a minute. All right. So we will write M1V1 is equal to M2V2. And it's entirely up to you. You can write acid here, and base here, or another way of doing it is MAVA is equal to MBVB. All right. So this is one formula. Another formula which will be used in worksheet 7, that would be NAMAVA is equal to NBVB, NBMB and VB. All right. There is only a slight difference between the two formulas. I have added moles in it. So when the ratio between the acid and base is not 1:1, then we use this formula. If the ratio between the used acid and the used base is 1:1, like HCl and NaOH. So the ratio would be 1:1. So we are not supposed to use this formula, as the number of moles would be the same, 1:1. And when the ratio between the number of moles of the acid and the base is not the same, then we use the second formula. Does it make sense?
Yes, it does.
All right, fine, good. Now, the thing is, as far as your teacher has given you the keys, I am solving according to that, right? There are multiple ways of solving the question, but I have no the way which I used, the way which I do is far easier than the way your teacher has told. But the thing is that I have noticed that your teacher has not asked you to write down the balanced equation. So when you will not be able to write down the balanced equation, you won't be able to solve with that method. So I am adopting your teacher's method, because your teacher has solved without using the balanced equation. Does it make sense?
Yes, it does.
All right, fine. So let's start this one. The first one, 10.0 milliliter of 1.00 mole HCl, neutralized 20 point 0 ml of NaOH solution. What was the molarity? And as I told you in the formula, M1V1 is equal to M2V2, or MAVA is equal to MBVB. This is actually molarity, and this is volume. It should be in decimeter cube, because molarity is mole per decimeter cube. So same goes with the base, that molarity is given in mole per decimeter cube. So you need to take the volume in decimeter cube. So if milliliter is given to you, you need to change it in decimeter cube by dividing it by 1,000. Is it clear?
Yes.
All right. So now the next thing is we are using HCl and NaOH. And although your teacher has adopted the method in which there is no use of equation, but still telling you that NaOH plus HCl, it's a very simple equation. And now cut it into two parts, 1, 2, and 1, 2. So it would be 1, 2, 1, 2. So one is going to be combined with two, that is NaCl, and this one will combine with this two to form water. Now the ratio would be 1:1:1:1. All right, but there is no need to do with it. However, I still have told you, because maybe and you are in need of it, right? So now I'm going to apply the formula, that is I'm going to denote acid with Ma. So MaVa is equal to MbVb. Now the molarity of acid is given as 1 molar. I'm solving only question number 1. You will solve the rest. So molarity is 1 molar. Volume is given, that is 10 ml. So I'm going to write 10 over 10,000. 10 over 1,000 is equal to molarity of base. They are asking for it. What was it? So I'm going to copy MB, and the volume is given as 20 ml. So that would be 20 over 1,000. Now what you can do is 1 into 10 over 1,000 would be, I think, equal to 0.1. Just 10 divided by 1,000. Yeah. Yeah, no, sorry, 0.01. All right, is equal to MB into this would be 0.02. Now we need to calculate MB. So taking this down to the other side, it is being multiplied here. When it goes down to the other side, it will be divided. So 0.01 divided by 0.02, that would be MB. And when you divide it, 0.01 divided by 0.02, the answer is 0.5. So this is the molarity of the base, that is 0.5 molar. Does it make sense?
Yes, it does.
All right, fine. So would you try the next question?
Yes. So 12 milliliters of a 0.5 NaOH neutralized 6 milliliters of HCl solution. What was the molarity of HCl? So MAVA equals MBVB.
Hmm.
So molarity of NaOH is 0.5. So 0.5 times the volume, which was 12 milliliters, divided by
Um, hold on, Soumya. You made me write A, so A denotes the acid.
Oh, okay. So it should be HCl.
Yeah.
So it should be okay, so we're solving for the molarity of HCl. So we are given the volume. So we can do MA equals MBVB over VA. And then MA would be equal to MBVB over VA. So MB is 0.5.
Mm-hmm. You can
And
calculate it on your own, and then you can tell me the answer.
okay.
Nine. Yes, Soumya?
Um, I got 1.
Yes, correct. Should I solve it here?
I think I understand it, but it's just plugging into the equation.
Yes,
Okay.
yes. All right. Now read the next question.
Okay. Two solutions were titrated to the endpoint. 18 point. So if it's titrated to the endpoint, does that mean that it's neutralized?
Yeah.
Okay. Two solutions are titrated to the endpoint. 18.5 milliliters of a 2M HCl and 21.2 milliliters of an NaOH solution were used. What was the molarity of NaOH? So MAVA equals MBVB, and it's asking for the molarity of NaOH, which is MB. So MAVA over VB equals MB.
Yeah.
So let me
Put
solve and
down the values. Yes.
so MAVA was 2 times VA, which was 0.185. Okay, I got 17.45.
You are making some mistake here. 17 is a lot. 17.45, it's a great number. So let's try it out. 18.5 divided by 1,000, that would be 0.0185. So here I'm going to put 0.0185. Then 21.2 divided by 1,000, that is 0.0212. Now try to solve this. 2 into 0.0185 over 0.0212. So that is 1.74. What did you
Okay, so
do wrong,
I think I
Maureen?
must have divided by 100 at one point and not 1,000.
Yeah, there must be some mistake. All right.
Okay.
Okay. Now the next one. So be very careful when you will be doing. So it's better to change it into, yeah, first do it. This question is a bit tricky. Yeah, read it through.
Okay. In a titration experiment, HCl and LiOH solutions were used. The initial volume of HCl was 1.25 milliliters and LiOH was 2.65 milliliters. The final volume of HCl was 13.6 milliliters and LiOH was 11.2 milliliters. If
Hmm.
the LiOH was 0.140 m, what was the molarity of HCl?
Yeah, now the most important thing is, first of all, this is again HCl and LiOH. That means ratio 1:1. The initial volume of HCl is this, the final volume, or the initial volume of lithium hydroxide is 1.25. The initial one was 1 point, and yeah, so was 2.65, sorry. And then let me just wrap this. Okay, here. So now the final volume of HCl is this, and then the final volume was over 13.60, and for lithium hydroxide is 11.20. If the lithium hydroxide was, this is the molarity. So what you need to do is you need to find the volume which has been used. So the initial volume, first of all, for HCl, the initial volume was 1.25 and the final volume was 13.60. So we need to find out the volume which was used. So 13.60 minus 1.25 is equal to 13.60 minus 1.25, 12.35 ml. Now for lithium hydroxide, we have 11.20 minus what? 2.65, yeah? So
Yeah.
that would be 11.20 minus 2.65. That is 8.55 ml. So actually, we are in need of these volumes. Now I'm going to put them down in the formula. That would be um, MAVA is equal to MBVB. I'm solving it because this was needed. You will do the rest of the questions, right? So now you can simply plug in the values and you'll get the answer. So MA is given to you, no. So you need to calculate MA. MA is equal to MBVB over VA. Now, MB is base. The molarity of base is given 1.40 times VB. Volume of base is 8.55. So 8.55 divided by 1,000. So this is 0.00855 over the volume of acid, 12.35 divided by 1,000. This is 0.01235. Now, just you need to put the values in the calculator. 1.40 into 0.00855 over 0.01235. So that is equal to what is it? 0.969. So this molar. So this is the molarity of HCl. So molarity of HCl is this. Does it make sense?
Yes, it does.
All right, fine, good. Now, please do try question number 5, 6, and 7 on your own. Yeah.
Okay. if the same volumes were used from question 4, but the HCl was 0.140 m, what would be the molarity of LiOH?
Yeah.
Okay, so MAVA equals MVVB, and MAVA was 0.969. So we're solving for the molarity of LiOH, which is the base. So we're solving for MB. So MAVA over VB will give us MB.
Hmm.
And the molarity of the acid, which was HCl, was 0.969. So that times the volume of the acid, which was, what did it give the volume of HCl?
0.00855. This is for base, and for acid 0.01235.
Okay. So it would be 0.969 times 0.00125 uh divided by the volume of the base, which was given as 0.00265. So the molarity would be 0.46.
0.46. That's the double the answer. Hold on. Molarity. Hold on. MB. I think this is no, I need to change this. This is 0.140. Yeah. So that is the change in the answer. Sorry. Sorry, Soumya. I need to put 0.140. I put 0.1.40, right? So there would be one more zero in it. All right. So the answer would be 0.0969, right? So this would, I need to put 10 here. Are you getting my point, right? So I've mistakenly, I wrote it as 1.40 instead of 0.140. Is it clear?
Yes.
Should I
So,
solve it again?
yes, please.
From where? Question number 5 or question number 4?
From question number 5, what happened with, I'm confused, what happened with the 0.140?
Actually, this is 0.140. I wrote 1.40.
Oh, okay, so the molarity of HCl was incorrect.
Yeah, so it was only one zero need to be added. So I found 0.969, so it should have been 0.0969.
Okay, got it. So
All
then
right.
I'll retry question 5 with
Yeah.
that. Okay, so MAVA over VB. So MA was 0.0969 times
Hmm.
the volume of the acid, which was 0.00125.
0.1235
Why
divided by,
why is it 1235?
it's given here, beta, 12.35 ml. You need to change it to the liters. So here it is.
Oh, so you don't use the initial volume, you use the
I need,
difference.
yeah, I need to use the same volume which has been used.
Okay.
Yeah. Because this, oh dear, where is it? Because this is the volume used. This was the final, this was the initial. I need to use the volume used in the titration.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got it.
Hmm.
So
So
it would
divide.
be
And what is 0
0.1235.
point? And what would be the volume of the base?
And then it would be divided by the volume of the base, which was uh 0.0855.
No, 0 point, not 0.855. Check again.
0,
8.55 divided by 1,000. Yeah,
0.00855.
you have to be very careful. Soumya, it's a big trap. You have to be very careful. Right now, divide the values, then it would be zero
0
point zero nine six nine times 0.01235 over 0.00855. Yes, what's your answer?
0.014. Or sorry, 0.14.
0.14. Yes, 0.14. Is it all fine?
Yes.
Now, next.
Okay. If you wanted to neutralize 4
Zero
grams of
point one
NaOH,
four. It's
what
what? It's the 0 point. Check again, Soumya. You have solved this question, but check again where you are going wrong.
the molarity of the acid was 0.0969, so that gets multiplied by
Check
the
again, check again, check again. Check the question again. Read the question again.
if the same volumes were used from question 4, but the HCl was, oh, okay. So, okay.
But
So if the molarity of the acid changes,
yeah, so it would
so
should
it's
be
0.14 times the volume of the acid, which was
1, 2,
0.012
3. Yeah.
divided by the volume of the base, which was 0.00855, 0.2 would
So now
be
what is
the molarity.
0.00854? Yes, now what is your answer? 0.202. This is the answer. All right.
Got it.
So
Okay.
I'm circling this question because you took 2 attempts. You have to be very careful, Soumya, when you put the values in, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Now, next question, please.
Okay. If you wanted to neutralize 4 grams NaOH, what volume of 1 mole of 1 HCl would you need?
Yes. How to
Okay.
go about this. So this time, what is the change in the question? They have given you the grams. So what you need to do is you need to find the moles, all right?
Okay.
First.
So
So, yeah,
4 grams of NaOH would be how many moles? It would be 4 divided by 20, or sodium is
23. Sodium
23
is
plus
23,
16 plus
oxygen is
20.
16, and hydrogen is 1.
So 4 divided by 40 would give us 0.1 moles.
Yep.
And then
The formula is moles is equal to concentration into volume. And they're asking for the volume. So volume is moles over concentration. So what is
and
the concentration? Yeah, sorry.
how would I find the concentration?
Concentration is given
Um
because the ratio is 1:1.
the ratio between,
Sodium hydroxide and HCl is 1:1. So if the moles of sodium hydroxide is zero point 0.1, the same moles for HCl would be used. Yeah. So are you getting my point? Have a look. A sodium hydroxide, when reacts with HCl, it forms NaCl plus water. The equation is balanced, yes or no?
yes.
So the number of moles of sodium hydroxide and the number of moles of HCl would be equal. 1 is to
Yes.
1. Yeah.
Yes.
So that means if we are having 0.1 moles of sodium hydroxide, I'm having 0.1 moles of HCl as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
So so moles are here 0.1. What's the concentration? 1. So 0.1 divided by 1 is 0.1. So this is the answer. So is it clear? And now you can change it to this is 0.1 liters. What's bothering you?
So the concentration will be the same as the molarity if it's a 1-to-1 ratio?
Yes. The
Okay,
concentration as yeah, because you know what? The number of moles would be the same. And if the number of moles would be different, if you remember, I wrote down the formula here. If the number of moles would be different, you need to use this formula. All right.
okay,
If you want to put, you can put it in the formula. If it is bothering you, you can use the formula MAVA is equal to MBVB. All right. But in the concentration, then you need to put the same thing, that is moles. So
got it.
because the sodium hydroxide in HCl has the ratio 1:1, so whatever would be the number of moles of sodium hydroxide, that would be the number of moles of HCl as well. So you can simply write that the moles of HCl would be 0.1 divided by the concentration is given of HCl. So 0.1 divided by 1, the volume would be 0.1 liters. Yeah.
Yeah,
All right. Should we go to the next question now? The question number 7.
yes.
Now do it yourself. I'm not going to guide you. So you need to uh, make me write down the steps and then we will get the answer.
Okay, so to neutralize 1.65 grams of LiOH, how much 1.15 mHCl would be needed? Okay, so MAVA equals MBVB, and we're trying to neutralize 1.65 grams of LiOH, so we need to convert that to moles.
Well done.
So that would
Lithium
be
is 3,7, oxygen is 816, hydrogen is 1H1.
okay, so it would be 1.65 divided by um 7 plus 16 plus 1, and that would be 0.067, sorry, 0.069 moles of
Did-
LiOH. And then
yes.
how much 0.15 mHCl would be needed?
So again, the ratio is 1:1. Yeah.
Yeah, so HCl is the acid, so 0.15 times VA is going to give us MB, which is point, well, we need to find the molarity of LiOH. Or would it also be 0.15 because it's 1-to-1, so the concentration is the same?
Okay.
So 0.15 times VB. Um, how would we solve this if we don't know the volumes of LiOH or HCl?
That's what I was trying to tell you in the previous question as well, that when the ratio is 1:1, if you will write down the equation, because your teacher has not given this because it's a very simple one. Lithium hydroxide when reacts with HCl, if you remember, I told you about 1:2:1:2, yeah? So
Mm-hmm.
1:2:1:2, so one combines with two that forms LiCl, and one combines with two that forms H2O. Now, this is a balanced equation, LiOH plus HCl, LiCl plus water. Yeah, so it's a balanced equation, and in it we have 1:1. So when we have 1:1, so that means we are supposed to have the same number of moles. So there is no need to use this formula. Simply apply that is um, moles is equal to concentration into volume. Now, if the moles of lithium hydroxide is 0.069, so the same moles would be for HCl because the ratio is 1:1. Are you getting my point? Yeah.
Yes.
So now we need to find what? We need to find how much. So volume. So we need to find the volume. Yeah. So volume would be moles over concentration. So what is mole? The 0.069 over concentration. So what is the concentration given? 0.150. So 0.150. So if you solve it, 0.069 divided by 0.150, the answer is what? 0.46.
So
By the
moles
way,
over concentration will always give you volume.
sorry?
Moles over concentration will give you volume.
Yeah, this is the formula. Moles is equal to concentration into volume. This is a formula. Moles is equal to CV. You didn't know about this formula?
No.
No. So please remember this. Actually, there are the formulas for moles. Moles, no, the moles are for, if you remember, moles are for solid, liquids, and gases. Yeah, and
Yeah.
gases. So the first formula for moles is, do you know you apply the formula moles is equal to mass in grams over AR or MR. Yeah.
Yes.
So this is the formula of moles for solid. So for liquid, the formula is moles is equal to concentration into volume in decimeter cube. And for gases, the formula of moles is equal to given volume over molar volume, and the molar volume is 24 decimeter cube. You didn't know about them? No?
No, I didn't.
No, you need to memorize them. You can't do the question without them. This is for
Okay.
solid. All right. Take a screenshot if you want. This is for liquids, and this is for gas.
Okay.
Yeah? Okay.
Yeah.
So now, so the way, by the way, Soumya, I would recommend not to round this off. You rounded it off. Otherwise, if you solve it properly, that is where 1.65 divided by 24. Instead of writing 0.069, you should have written 0.06875. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's it. So when you will put 0.0785, so I will again calculate it 0.06875 divided by 0.150. That would be equal to, now calculate 0.06875 divided by 0.150. That is 0.4583. Yeah. Now
Yeah.
you can round it off after finding the answer.
So now it can be rounded off to 0.46.
Yes.
Okay. So now that's the volume.
Yes. Yes, that's the volume. Is it all clear?
Yes.
All right, fine. So this is the end. I think this is the end of this worksheet. Yes. Should we start the next one?
Yes.
I'll send you right after the class. I'll send you the both. I'll send you
Mhm.
both the worksheets, right? Now, what is the next one? I think this one. Yes. Now, should we start this? Yeah, this one is really a tricky worksheet. And now why it is tricky? Because now the mole ratio is not equal. The mole ratio is not equal, right? So should we
Mhm.
start this?
Yes.
All right, fine. So now I'll do question number one with you, right? So volume of, be very careful because it's tough. It's tough, Soumya, so you have to be very careful, right? Because there should be no error while solving the question, okay?
Hmm.
So a volume of 20.0 milliliter of 0.250 mole aluminium hydroxide neutralizes a 75.00 ml sample of sulfuric acid solution. What is the concentration of H2SO4? Now, if you compare it with the previous question where you got LiOH with HCl, or you got NaOH with HCl, you must have noticed that you used only these two, right? And you can easily calculate that when sodium hydroxide react with HCl, that is NaOH plus HCl changes into NaCl plus water, and here LiOH plus HCl changes into LiCl plus water. So what you can see is that the ratio is 1 ratio 1 ratio 1 ratio 1 ratio 1. Is it clear?
Yes.
If you want, I can show you the previous worksheet too. Or is it clear? Have a
Um,
look. Have a look. Otherwise,
okay.
you just a minute. Here it is. Now, please check. Please check. HCl, NaOH. Again, NaOH, HCl. Third question, HCl, NaOH. Fourth question. Yeah, are you getting it?
Yes, I am.
Fourth question, HCl and LiOH. Fifth question, HCl and LiOH. Sixth question, NaOH, HCl. Seventh question, LiOH, HCl. So have you noticed that your teacher has made sure that the ratio between the acid and base is 1 ratio 1? What is
But
bothering you, Somya?
is it by balancing the equation?
Yeah, you should balance the equation. That's what I told you right in the beginning, that your teacher doesn't want you to write down the equations because the bases and the acids he has given in question in worksheet 7, they are quite tough. And if you are going to balance them, it will take 3 to 4 minutes of your time. Yeah, so he has adopted another method, so I'm going to use that method. Otherwise, if you will, normally, if you will ask me, I will solve the question first by writing down the equation and then solving it. But your teacher doesn't want you to do that because the equation he has given, they are quite tough. So if you will start balancing them in the exams, it would take a lot of your time.
Got it.
Got it. So have you noticed that he has in worksheet 6, he has either used sodium hydroxide and HCl, or he has used LiOH and HCl. And in both the cases, the mole ratio is the same. Is it clear?
Yes.
Should I go to the next worksheet now?
Yes.
Yes. All right. So here I have already written both of them. You can see that they have the ratio 1 ratio 1. Now, but now he has taken ALOH3 and H2SO4. I think you can easily get the idea that if you are going to write down the equation, then you need to balance it, right? And you have to form the products as well. That is aluminium, sulfate, and water. And then you need to balance it, right? But your teacher doesn't want you to do that. So what I'm going to write, I'm going to copy this down, ALOH thrice and H2SO4. You know that it's an acid. You know that. And it's a base. Yes, Somya?
Yes.
All right. So if it's an acid, because it's question number 1 of the worksheet, so I'm going to solve it. I'm going to guide you how to solve this question, and then the rest of the questions will be solved by you. All right. So it's a base. So how many? What do you think? How many hydroxide ion you could see in it?
Two.
Three, three,
Three.
three,
Three.
three.
Yes.
Yeah, 3 hydroxide ion. Yeah. And then
Yeah.
in H2SO4, how many hydrogen ions could you see?
Two.
Two hydrogen ions. Does it make sense?
Yes.
All right. So now what you need to do is now put the formula M1 V1 is equal to M2 V2. All right. Now, for this, you need to calculate the molarity, and or what you can do is you can add a number of moles in it. But I will solve it in this way. So the molarity is actually 0.250 for aluminum. So that means that you need to multiply it by moles, right? So you can write Na here if you want, or Na, and then you can write NB, B, and B. You can solve write this as well. Or in other words, what you can do is whatever is given as molarity, that is, for example, aluminium hydroxide molarity is given as 0.250. This is the molarity. So you need to multiply it by 3. What is 3? The 3 is the hydroxide ion. So the molarity should be multiplied by 3 to get the answer, that is 0.75. Yeah. So this is 0.75. All right. Now for the base. This is for the base, right? And the acid we are having is H2SO4. So H2SO4 is having two hydrogen ions, right? So we need to calculate the concentration. So how will you put down the formula? That is, as I have already multiplied it, so I can take the formula MAVA is equal to MbVb. So what is 0.75? This is for base. So 0.75, and volume of the base is given as 20. And then that Ma that we need to calculate, and the volume given is 75. So Ma is equal to 0.75 times 20 over 75. So you are going to get 0.75 into 20 over 75. So this gives you 0.2. So now the molarity of the acid is 0.2. So how many hydrogen ions would be there in it? Two hydrogen ions, so that means 0.2 divided by 2. So the answer would be 0.1. So this is the way of doing it. It's quite complex, but if you will think about it, then it is going to give you the
So
maths and
first
problem.
MAVA equals
Yeah,
MBVB.
yeah.
And then we solved for MA.
Hmm. And we
Um,
kept the volume in ml here.
so it doesn't, in the other one we used what was it? Milliliters divided by,
1,000.
what's the name of that unit again?
Name of which unit? That is milliliter or liters. Milliliters divided by 1,000 gives you liters.
Okay, okay.
Okay?
So here we're using milliliters, and the other one we used liters.
Yeah.
Okay, so after we solved for MA,
But I think it won't make any difference if you are going to uh, change it into divided by 1,000. It will still give you the same answer. Yes,
for the
I
other
think
one,
so.
couldn't you solve for milliliters and then divide your answer by 1,000?
I think it would remain the same. You know why? Have a look. Have a look, Soumya. Have a look. If I do it by 1,000 and this by 1,000, don't you think they would be cut off? Yeah?
Yeah.
So it won't make any difference. If you want to change it into letters, it's entirely up to you. It won't change the answer. Yeah?
Yes.
So take your time. Take your time. Let me check that as well. So try to go through the question again. I'll do the other, just to give you the idea that it won't make any difference. Is it going to? Are you going through it?
Yes. So calculate the volume of NaOH necessary to neutralize 50 milliliters of a 16 solution of sulfuric acid. The concentration of NaOH is 2.5 m. Okay, so MAVA equals MBVB. and the molarity of the acid is 16, and the volume of the acid.
Here you go. Here you go. Sorry to interrupt you. I just wanted you to have only one type of method in mind. So if you are getting confused by this thing that why didn't I divide it by 1,000, I have divided it by 1,000 and still there is no change in the answer. Can you see that?
Yes.
So it's entirely up to you. If you want to divide it by 1,000, you can do so. Yeah. So in order to make it simple, what I will do, I'll change this with this. Here it is. Is it all fine?
Yes.
What did I do? I changed the milliliters into liters. That's about it. And this is very important. Why did I multiply it by 3? And then when I got the answer, why did I divide it by 2? This is very important. Why? Because base is giving 3 hydroxide ion and acid is giving 2 hydroxide ion. So I need to multiply the molarity by 3. Why? Because the formula says, and here it is. Can you see that I need to multiply the moles? So these are the moles. So for acid, we cannot put it because we need to calculate it. And for base, we put this 3OH negative. Are you getting it?
Yes.
All right. So take your time because it's an important question. So I do want you to have a clear understanding of it.
Okay. So basically it starts with the equation MAVA equals MBVB. And
Hmm.
from there, we can solve for the missing variable. So in problem 3, the missing variable is
And you know what? Have a look, Soumya. Uh, I gave you the formula NaMaVaNbMbVb for those questions in which the number of moles are different. Can you see that the number of moles are different for aluminum hydroxide and sulfuric acid? Are you getting this point?
yes.
All right. So, for example, if I write NaOH, and if I write HCl, how many OH negative ions are present in NaOH? One, one, one
Yes.
OH negative. And how many hydrogen ions are present for HCl? One.
Yes.
So when the number of moles of sodium hydroxide and HCl they are equal, then I use the formula MaVa is equal to MbVb. Getting it? And now, when I will have different numbers of moles, that is 3 hydroxide ion and 2, then I will use the formula that is MaVa is equal to NbMbVb. All right, now have a look here. I put the values NB is what? 3. All right, so put the values. MB is equal to 3. I'll do it here. I'll do it too. So let me put, and what do we need to calculate, Somia? We need to calculate MA. So I will highlight this. So it becomes MA is equal to NB, MB into VB over NA into VA. Does it make sense? Have a look.
Yes.
Yeah. So just put down the values here. You will get a direct answer. MA is equal to, what is NB? How many moles of the base?
There's
3. NB, 3. Yes, Somya?
yes.
3. And what is the molarity of the base? 0.250.
Yeah.
So should I write 0.250. And what is the volume of the base? 20. 20.
Yes.
So 20 divided by 1,000, that is equal to 0.02.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Over Na. What is Na? Moles of acid. How many moles of acid are there? Two.
Mm-hmm.
Should I put two here? And then what is the volume of the acid? What is the volume of the acid? 75 ml. Can you see this?
Which
75
is
ml. Yeah.
0.075.
So this is 0.075. Solve it and you will get a direct answer.
Okay.
Then there is no need to multiply it by divide it by 2 because you have already put the moles. Yes,
Okay, I
so
got point one.
you got what?
Point one.
Point 1. This is your direct answer. So the molarity of acid or the concentration of acid is 0.1. Should I solve it again?
Um, I think I understand it. Could we do problem three together?
Together. All right, fine. Calculate the volume of sodium hydroxide. They are asking you to calculate the volume of sodium hydroxide. Yes. And then necessary to neutralize 50.0 ml of 16.0 molar solution of sulfuric acid. The concentration of sodium hydroxide is 2.50. Yes, now we need to solve this. So you have the formula with you. That is, again, now which acid and which base is used? Can you tell me? Can you name the acid?
NaOH is the base, and sulfuric acid is the acid, and sulfuric acid is H2SO4.
Well done. How many hydrogen ions would be given by sulfuric acid?
2.
Two
2.
hydrogen ions. And what about the hydroxide ion in base? How many hydroxide ion?
1.
One. Are they same?
No.
No. So moles are different.
Mm-hmm. So
So which
concentrations are different.
yeah, so what formula should I use?
Um, M1V1 equals M2V2.
NaMaVa is equal to NbMbMbVb.
Okay.
Or if you are not very comfortable with this, then you can write N1 M1 V1 is equal to N2 M2 V2. And then you have to write acid here and base here. So you can opt for either of them.
Okay. Got it.
Got it now? Now, what you need to calculate, have a look. You need to calculate the volume of sodium hydroxide. So let me highlight it. So I have highlighted it, VB. We need to calculate VB. Yes?
Yes.
So and now, first of all, you need to change the milliliters into liters. So 50 divided by 1,000 would be what? 50 divided by 1,000 would be
Would be equal to
0.05.
0. Yeah.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
0.05. So I'll write 0.05. And then what is the next volume? We need to calculate the volume. So now put the values in. Put the values in.
So
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 VB, NaMaVa over NbVmb. Does it make sense?
yes,
Now put the values. What is Na? Acid moles. There are two.
it's 2.
Multiply by what is the molarity or concentration of the acid?
16.
What is the volume of the acid?
0.05.
0.05 divided by what is the volume of the base, moles of the base?
1 times the molarity of the base, which is um,
2.50.
25. Yeah.
Now calculate it.
Okay.
2 into 16 into 0.04.
I got 0.64.
0.64. Now, this is what? Volume, 0.64 liters. Are you getting my point? Yeah?
Yes.
0.64 liters. Now you need to change it into ml because have you noticed that they have given you ml here? So you have to change it into ml. So how would you do that? So changing liters into ml means 0.64 times 1,000. So 0.64 times 1,000 is going to give you 640 ml. Does it make sense?
Yes.
Clear?
Yes.
That's
So
wonderful. Yeah. Yes.
there's three equations. There's MAVA equals MBVB. There's M1V1 equals M2V2. And there's NAMAVA equals NBMBVB.
Yeah. And when you are going to use this formula, when the number of moles of acids and base, they are not equal.
Got it. And then I'll use MAVA equals MBVB when the number of moles is equal.
Yes. Got it.
Yes.
Well done. No problem. Maybe your teacher has told you about citric acid, that how many hydrogen ions are present in citric acid.
Citric acid is what's the equation for or the formula for citric acid?
If it has been given in your previous notes. Should I tell you the formula then? Hmm?
Uh, yes.
So the formula would be, note it down, please, H3C6, H3, but it is not going to help you. H3C6, H5O7. Yeah, it will help you. How many protons can you see separately?
8.
No, separately.
Oh, 3 and 5.
3. So these are the protons which can be ionized in
Why
citric acid.
why can't the 5 hydrogens be ionized?
No, they are the part of the molecule. Now, your teacher needs to tell you this because I think he should tell you that there are 3 hydroprotons for citric acid.
Okay.
By the way, Soumya, if possible, can you just uh, check the uh, marking scheme for question number 1 and see how did I solve it? I have solved it far easier than your teacher's method. Yeah, because your teacher has divided it by 2 towards the end, but I have found the answer directly. So I have changed a little bit. I have changed the method. So if you can open your teacher's mark scheme on any other device, it will help you to understand what I'm trying to tell you.
Okay.
Can you do it right now?
Yes, I'm opening it.
All right, good. So just compare question and problem number 1 and see towards the end your teacher has divided it by 2, but I haven't done so. I have just plugged in the values in the formula I gave you and we got a direct answer.
Yes, I see that.
Yeah. So that makes the things lot better and easier.
Okay. Got it.
Got it?
Mhm.
Yeah, good. Now, this one. Now, your teacher has, in the paper, your teacher needs to tell you that how many hydrogen ions would be given by citric acid. Yeah. Maybe he
Yes.
is going to give you a data in which it would be written because it's very difficult to memorize it for each and every acid. Some acids are very simple, like HCl, HNO3, H2SO4, H3PO4. So these are very simple. So this is hydrochloric acid. Yeah, you know that. Yeah. And this is nitric acid. This is sulfuric acid. And this is phosphoric acid. And as far as the number of hydrogen ions concerned, you can see only one H, so one hydrogen ion. Only one H, so one hydrogen ion. Now two, so two hydrogen ions. Triprotic, so three hydrogen ions. But then it will be very difficult very difficult to do it for citric acid and other acids. I hope it's clear.
Yes, it is.
All right, so now try to solve this question. We have been given citric acid concentration. You need to find the citric acid concentration and 32.27 milliliters, and the molarity of sodium hydroxide is given, and the volume of sodium hydroxide is given. Yeah, so what you need to do is apply the formula, that is again NaMaVa is equal to Nb, Mb, and Vb. Yeah, so what you need to calculate is I'm going to highlight this citric acid concentration. So this needs to be calculated. Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. So formula the formula would be modified like NB MB VB over NaVa. Does it make sense?
Yes, it does.
All right. Now put down the values. So what are the number of moles of the base given? That is sodium hydroxide, NaOH. How many moles would be there in sodium hydroxide of OH negative?
One.
One. So one times, what is MB? Molarity of base. What's the molarity of the base? 0.0148. Can you find it out? Yeah, here it is. Sumya,
Yeah.
yeah. Times, so, is something bothering you?
I'm just trying to follow. I'm understanding. It's just
All right.
uh
So now divide the volume of sodium hydroxide by 1,000. So that would be 32.27 divided by 1,000. That is equal to 0.03227 over, what are the moles of the acid, Somia?
the moles of the acid are
The hydrogen ions, which could be ionized, I told you.
3.
3 times, what's the volume of the acid? 25. 25. Yeah, 25. So here it is. Try to find this. That is 1 into 0.0148 into 0.03227 over 3 times 25 over 1,000. Yeah, 25 over 1,000. So what it would be, 25 over 1,000 would be what? 25 divided by 1,000. That is 0.025. So instead of writing this, I should write 0.025. So 0.025. So this would be 0.06636. This is the direct answer. And you can check it from your teacher's work, that your teacher has made it quite difficult, but I have tried to make it easier by simply putting the values in the formula. Yeah? So this is the
Yes,
answer. This is the molarity. I hope it's clear.
it is. Yes.
Yeah. So don't forget to compare it with your teacher's work. It will give you a very clear idea that the way I have solved the question is quite easy for you. Yeah.
Okay.
All
Yeah.
right. Okay, now go through the rest of the question and we are going to discuss them. I'm leaving you with these three questions. Attempt them and then we are going to continue with these questions in the next class, right?
Yes.
All right. And then after that, which other worksheets do you want to do? We haven't done that related to power. pH is equal to minus log of the power of hydrogen ion. We haven't done that worksheet.
No, we haven't. I wanted to focus on titration and concentration since those are my weak areas.
All right, fine. So should we do the same worksheets in the next class as well?
Yes.
Similar to these worksheets. Actually, it is really very difficult to separate the questions which are according to your class level. So that's why you found some questions which were way above your level. I'm trying, but it's really difficult to do so. Even the academic manager, he's also trying to find the questions. Okay.
Okay.
So I do give them a try, these three questions, right? And don't you worry if you will be unable to find the solution or to find the answer, we are going to do them together. Okay?
Okay.
All
All
right.
right.
Okay. Thank you. Take
Okay, thank
care.
you
Welcome.
too.
Welcome. Bye.